Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Okay, it's the daily check-in for the time and the weather. Are you guys pausing this to put in your guess for what the time and the weather is? You guys are getting kind of sneaky with this. In the comment sections, people are like, well, the sun is out and the shadow's on the door, so it's got to be earlier in the... Listen, Linda, okay? Y'all don't know, okay? We're a cult over here. And there might be some trickery of the cult. I might have, like, you know, spotlights. It might be 2 o'clock in the morning. You have no idea, okay? With your time guessing. And then people are like, oh my God, I guessed it. What do I get? And things like that. So it is currently, are you ready? Okay, it is currently 3:14 p.m. It's actually rather early today. And let's see what the weather is in Indiana today. I actually don't even know. I haven't even looked today. It's a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. It is currently buffering. It is, oh, it's 65 degrees today. I thought it was only supposed to be like 50-something today. 65, sunny, feels like 64. And yeah, so it's 65 today. Tomorrow it says it's supposed to be 61, then 59, and then it went into some okay. And then 63, 68, and then by this weekend, 77. Oh, 82. Remember I said the other day that it wasn't going to be back up into the 80s until May? Sunday it's supposed to be 82, but we are supposed to have some rain towards the end of the week, which is not bad because I need it for my hostas. I need the rain for my hostas. Now, I have to tell you, before I get into this video, a couple things. First of all, I woke up and then I fell back asleep. And so I don't have tons of time to film videos today. And so because we have marriage counseling tonight and I have to like get ready and then get the Uber and get Boo ready and everything like that. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to film one video today. And which I'm already feeling kind of like, I wouldn't say a failure, but I had plans to film videos on all of my channels. And so I'm like, okay, well, we'll just scratch this as a day to learn from and we'll just relax and just enjoy the day. So I was like, I'm just going to film one video today. And so it was either over here or it was my drama video. And I decided that I was going to vlog today. The drama video can wait. In the last 24 hours, I have had 3 drama topics brought to my attention that are, I guess, kind of hot topics. So the next 3 days I have, well, actually, I have all kinds of videos on all of my channels written down as like, see, I'll show you. I have this whole, it's the top one right now. It's called video ideas list. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for my Peter Does Stuff channel. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for my drama channel. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for my reality TV or just my Peter Watches TV channel. 1 for, oh no, I already did that one. The easiest thing is to be cynical. I did that one last week. So I have meditations for my Peterisms channel. And then I have, how many for my booktube video? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot that. The bookish Q&A. I have those questions all like saved and stuff to do the bookish Q&A. So I put up this Q&A up on my Instagram like I do for my drama channel, but it was all just book related questions. I actually got some really good questions on there. So I'm going to do that bookish Q&A. I'll probably do that this week. Alright, so that's the first thing, is I wanted to explain to you guys why this is the only video going up on my channel today. You guys, I know you don't care. So anyway, the second thing is, if you can hear in the background, the landscapers are here today. I want to film outside because it's nice today. I do not want to film a vlog laying in bed with Boo Radley today. So we're going to have to do our best with the landscaping and whatever. They're done in this area, so the only thing I can imagine is if the sound gets loud, it'll be because they're riding up and down the street or they're blowing, and I can stop if I have to. Like, he's riding down the street right now. Oh, he's pointing at things as he rides down the street. I think he's turning down that other street. So he's turning down that street, so then he'll come back way over here, but that'll probably be in about 5 minutes. Okay, so that's the second thing, is the landscapers are here today, so it might get a little loud. The third thing is, Tanya Jean we've been back and forth trying to get a hold of each other today, and so if she calls, I'm gonna have to take that call. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is, if my neighbor comes out here, I mean, I guess I could record this, but I'm not gonna take it over there to record it. I am gonna have to talk to her, because when I took Boo out earlier, the electric company was across the street. Well, actually, it wasn't the electric company. It was who the electric company contracted to come out here. And it was like 4 guys in a pickup truck, and they had put straw down where my sand is, next to my electrical box. And so they were all like working on her thing, and they were putting the posts back in. And I just kind of stood there and watched for a little bit. They were really nice. They were like, they said hi to me and stuff like that, and they were friendly to Boo. And so I was like, should I say something? I thought they were fixing it. And so finally I saw like on the side of their pickup truck the name of who they were, and you could tell it was like electrical company, but I didn't know they had been contracted out. It just like said something to do with electrical company, but not the electrical company. And so I said to them, I said to this one guy, he was like the one that was in charge, I said, hey, can I ask you a question? He was like, yeah. And I said, are you guys with the electrical company? And he said, we're the ones who are contracted out to come out here and do this. And I said, okay. I said, are you guys fixing her thing today? And he said, no. And he started to explain it. Okay, now this guy's riding on the riding lawnmower down the middle of the street, just blowing like this. I think he's the one that owns the company, because he kind of like goes and tells people what to do and stuff like that, but mostly what he does is he just rides down the middle of the street and the riding lawnmower blowing the street. So I think he is the one that's like in control of the company. I will say that my grass today looks beautiful. Like, they did a very nice job today on it. So I'm very happy with that. And my hostas look good. And actually, I thought that I would wake up today and like over the weekend I would notice like with the sunlight there was a lot of weeds in my walkway, and there really isn't. I got most of the weeds. So there's really not a lot of weeds out here to pick, but I'm going to do that later in the week. Probably after it rains, because we're going to lay the mulch the first week of May. He's going to come down here in a second. I'm probably going to have to stop this because he's going house by house now, blowing a little bit of the driveway. I actually have iced coffee in my Tervis thing today. Okay, I know this is going to sound corny, but I'm thinking about doing a Peter Does Stuff channel. I didn't even put this on my list of my Tervis cup collection because I ordered some more Tervis cups. It was funny when they came because, I'll explain this in the video, but I wanted some summer Tervis cups. And so I looked at them a while ago, and then I ended up ordering like a coffee cup. Well, then I went and I looked back at, I'm like, am I going to have to stop this or not? I went back and I looked at the Tervis coffee cups the other day, or the Tervis cups the other day, the summer ones, and he's getting closer and closer. He's trying to come for the cult. And they have some, like, glasses, and they really remind me of my Aunt Kathy. So I ordered them, but I was like, I don't know what size I have. And so they were 16 ounces, and so I got them. It was a set of 4, and I was kind of surprised because they weren't very expensive. They were like $30 for a set of 4, which sounds expensive for 4 plastic cups, but they're Tervis insulated cups. They're fantastic, and I love them. And somebody put on one of my videos when I talked about them that they would never drink from them because of leaking plastic, which I guess is like a thing, but Tervis in 2011 or 2014, they put out a statement that they stopped using whatever that is, and so their plastic cups are absolutely safe to drink from. Hey, how are you? It's this woman that walks with her baby every day. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop this for just a little bit. Okay, he's a couple houses down. It's probably still gonna be loud, but I gotta continue or I'm never gonna get this vlog done. Let me just tell you what the last like 5 minutes looked like. It was like this. Went out and I like watched him. I actually did walk out there because I was like, the guy who gets the job of the being the blower of the landscaping company has like the best job. And it's the same with this company as it was before, because they literally blow like everything in the driveway, which there's really not anything in the driveway anyway, into the yard, and then what's in the street into the yard to just clear it. But they do it like 3 times. I don't know why, but I will say the one saving grace is they are not coming up on the walkways. The old landscaper used to come up here and like blow everything from like the walkway, the dirt and the dust and everything up onto the like the chairs, and then I have to clean the chairs, I have to clean the tables off and stuff. These guys aren't doing it, so that's a godsend right there. These neighbors over here that I have, their driveways go together like this, and he's doing that big driveway. When he moves down there, it'll be a lot quieter. So anyway, the Tervis cups. So yeah, a couple people I think had commented that they wouldn't drink from the plastic Tervis cups because of the leaky plastic or whatever, but they put out something, I think it's called BPD or something like that. I looked it up at the time because I was like, well, I want to make sure before I'm like, you know, whatever. And they put out a statement, it was like in 2014 or something, that they don't use that in their glasses anymore, and their glasses are completely safe to wash, to drink from, and everything else. So I bought these glasses. Well, they came yesterday. So I was going to do like a haul video on my Peter Does Stuff channel today because I ordered 2 pairs of shoes that came today and then this. But I've got something else that's coming, so I may wait. Well, I'm going to have to wait because I have to get ready after this to go to couples counseling. So anyway, they came and they're real small, but here's the thing, like when I drink a Diet Dr. Pepper at night, like if I put one in a glass, it only fills up like halfway, because I think the glass is like 20 ounces or something like that. I don't think it's 24, I think it's 20 ounces, the cup. And so the can only fills up like halfway, and I put ice in it and it drives me crazy. And so, this cup will be perfect for like a Diet Dr. Pepper or Diet Coke or something like that in the summer. And I can also take it to the pool. I actually have a pool haul that I want to do this week too. That's not on the list. I need to put that on the list. Because then I can just go in there. I can just like pick videos that I'm going to do for the day. So yeah, those Tervis cups came. I don't know why I was talking about that. Oh, I was talking about it because I was thinking about it when they came, like, instead of just doing a haul because the other 2 things hadn't come, I was like, well, what if I do a video showing my Tervis cup collection? I'm like, would anybody care about that whatsoever? Because I have like a bunch of Tervis like mugs like this. I think I've shown them mostly over here. And then I have Halloween themed cups, and I have Christmas themed cups, and I have summer themed cups, and now I have more summer themed cups. I think what I'm trying to slowly do is, over time, is like get rid of the plastic cups that we have that we don't use, because like our whole bottom shelf of this cabinet, well, the 2 top shelves are all like plastic cups. The ones that look like they are crystal but they're actually plastic, I do love those, so I won't be getting rid of those. But the other ones I have are like 4-packs or 6-packs that I got at Walmart or Amazon and things like that were like real cheap, and they were great. I mean, I loved them, but I don't love them as much as the Tervis ones. And so if I see Tervis ones that I like, because we have enough clear ones now, we have clear red ones and we have clear white ones, or just clear ones. If I see some that I want to buy them, and then we can just have all Tervis cups, which I think would be great. Alex likes them too, so he likes the glass mugs more than the plastic mugs. To be honest with you, I love like a clay mug more than anything, but these Tervis cups, like, keep something cold or keep something hot for a long time. Like I can make a cup of coffee at night and for like 2 hours it'll stay warm. So, and they have lids that come with them too, so you can travel with them and things like that. So I love them, they're great. Okay, so anyway, about the thing across the street. So I was talking to the guy, he was real nice, and I said, so are you guys coming out here to fix this? And he said, no, not today. And I said, okay. He goes, we're the contracting company that's hired by the electrical company to come out here and fix the lines. And I go, so it's not done yet? And he goes, no. And I go, well, you guys have been gone for like 3 or 4 weeks. And he said, I know. And he goes, but we were contracted to come out here and fix it because they didn't finish the job. And I go, what do you mean? And he goes, well, the electric company, so what I found out yesterday or the day before, I don't know if I said this on here or not, but the reason why like the gas company came out here so quickly and they fixed everything, and then like they fixed everything locally and made it nice, was because they're a local company. Apparently the electrical company a couple years ago, I think I did talk about this, was bought out by like a national whatever. And so it's not local. They're not local. Like when you talk to people on the phone, they're not local. And so, apparently they're hiring contractors to come out here and do, like, dig up and do the lines and whatever. Well, when the first contractors they hired, the guy said, did not come out here and do what they didn't finish it the way they were supposed to finish it. And so they have to come out here and they have to reattach the lines. I don't even know how, like, this doesn't even make sense to me. He was like, we have to do something and then reattach the lines to the boxes or something like that. And I said, so you're not fixing her yard today? And I go, no. He goes, no. And he goes, we're going to have the truck come out here and dig in the ground. And I thought, oh, she's going to go crazy. I mean, this has been like probably, I don't know what, 4 weeks now that she's had this. I mean, they just put the rods back in the ground and reattached the orange around it so that it's so nothing can get into it. They like secured it. But he told me that they're going to have, like, the big, I don't know what that's called, the digging truck, the one that I had as a kid. Why can I never remember what that's called? But anyway, they're going to have to come out here and they're going to have to dig way deep because to hit the lines, because that's what the other contractors didn't do. And And I said, well, is my yard fine? He's like, your yard's fine. He's like, they just need to lay sod. And I go, well, somebody said something about sand, and if there's sand over it, there's open lines. He goes, you have no open lines on your, he goes, that's why we laid the, straw, so that they know that they can lay sod over it, and the landscapers can do that, or we can do that if you need us to do that when we're done with the whole job. And I said, okay, that would be nice if you guys did it, because I don't think the landscapers know that that's their job. He's like, we're going to clean up everything, we're going to fix everything. He goes, and I said, do you know when this is going to happen? And he said, yeah, it's going to happen later this week, by the end of this week. Well, I just looked, it's supposed to rain Thursday and Friday, so I don't know if they're going to come out here tomorrow and Wednesday. But apparently they're going out, and he told me that they're like looking at each site and what's done and what's not finished, because the first contractors didn't do it. So, and I felt bad for the guy. I mean, he looked like he had been asked this question like 100 times today, right? And I said, well, I'm just asking for her because she's going to want to know, and she's not home right now. But I can see she wasn't home then, but her garage door's up now. And he goes, well, you can tell her we'll be out here later this week, and we're going to be digging in the ground, and we're going to dig it up, and we're going to reattach the lines. And once that's done, he goes, we will fix the hole for her. We will put it over, and so that the hole is fixed. He goes, you can tell her that will be done. And I said, it'll be done this week. And he goes, we're hoping to have it done by the end of this week. And I said, okay. They were really nice guys. So, so that's the answer. I told the HOA president I would call her with any news, but I haven't had a chance today. My neighbor in the corner, whose yard it is, also his, he looks completely unconcerned about it. He doesn't even look at it. He parked in the driveway. He's back from golfing. He is so excited. So he retired last year. And he used to, he's swinging his golf club around in the driveway. So he used to own gyms, like, around, like, the Midwest. And then sold them. And then, because he was, like, semi-retired, he started coaching a girls' tennis team. And he did that for, like, I think, like, 5 or 6 years or 10 years or something like that. And he just retired last year. And so he is so excited. And now he's like watering his plants and his hostas and stuff. He's so excited because they had landscapers come out and box all this stuff up, and they have hostas. He said to me the other day something about his hostas being smaller than mine. And I think he said it to me yesterday, because was it after I was vlogging? Because I said something about it in my vlog about his hostas being smaller than mine. And I said, well, we moved it. Oh no, he said that to me 2 days ago, because I said, we moved them from this plant, that's why yours are smaller. He goes, yeah, but mine, we planted them last year, they should be bigger already. Because these hostas right here, I mean, look at these hostas, are huge. Do you guys see these? Look at that. They're huge. And these hostas are big too. And these are, see, they're doing good. And the one down there that I was worried about, she's picked up, so she's doing okay. So, Hosta Nation over here. I love it. I think it's going to look so pretty. I can't wait. He's like watering it from like 10 feet away. He cracks me up. But anyway, so now his summer is devoted to playing golf and playing tennis. And he always walks over here. And so his wife is the one that I closed the pool out with. And we're really close with them. And they're younger. They're like, I think they're like in their early 60s. And so I think they're like 60, 61, something like that. And she retired last year. She was a school teacher. And she retired. And so, was last year? Did she retire 2 years ago? She retired 2 years ago. And he retired last year. And so, he comes over here and he tells him about his, like, golf game and where he goes golfing. And, because I know, like, the golf places here, because I have so many friends that golf. My brother-in-law, Fufu, is, like, so into golf now. And so, because, like, he works, like, he's, like, a, you know, salesman for business and stuff. So he's, like, he goes out and golfs with, like, his partners and for his business. And he's, like, becoming, like, such a great golfer. And he's, like, it's, like, a business thing. Because, like, you take, like, client. He's, like, explaining this to us. Like, I didn't know that people go and, like, golf, like, they golf for business. Like, I didn't know that, right? But, like, he is, like, Fufu is loving golfing. And San Diego has beautiful golf courses, I'm sure. So, but he tells me where he golfs and stuff like that. And then he has a tennis league that he's part of. And, so yeah, the pickleball tennis should be starting up here soon, too. This is, like, what is so peaceful to me. It's just to sit out here and just, like, watch what people are doing in their yards, and just, like, and I'll have, like, a book, and I'll read, and I'll just kind of, like, look up. I'm loving that graphic novel. Check Me, I think it's what it's called. It's really, really good. I can't really tell yet. I'm like a third of the way through. I kind of feel like it's like a romance, but I can't really tell if it's going to be or not, or they're just like friends or something like that. So, but it's about this guy that's a figure skater, and he plays for his hockey team in college. And they're like an Ivy League school because they play against Yale and stuff like that. But it's really, really good. But I will say it's very adult. Like the language and stuff like that is adult. It's definitely not for like kids. So yeah, read that. Okay, so last night, Alex and I, oh, this was so cute. So Alex and I watched like 3 episodes of, what was last night? Was last night Sunday? Yeah, last night was Sunday. So he came down to warm up some food, and I was getting ready to watch the last 2 episodes of Fallout. And so I started Fallout, and I watched like the first 10 minutes of the 7th episode. And I was like, what video am I making for my TV channel today? That was the video I was going to make for my TV channel today, was Fallout, my thoughts about Fallout. So I watched like the first 10 minutes of it, and he was like turning on the TV. I was like listening with my AirPods on the chair. And so I said, do you want to watch something together? And he was like, do we have something to watch together? And I was like, well, we can watch Schitt's Creek, because we've been watching Schitt's Creek together every night. He's watched Schitt's Creek like so many times. I think I've watched it once all the way through, and then like here and there, like when he's watching it. And I love Schitt's Creek. It's so funny, but it's also at the same time so endearing. And I'm not like somebody that loves, like, I don't think I've ever felt this way about a show since Roseanne. And I actually feel probably stronger about Schitt's Creek than I do about Roseanne, even though Roseanne has like memories of like growing up and being in high school and stuff together with, for me, like eating dinner with my mom. Because, that was just like something, I think maybe we watched it more of like when I was like in college, and I would go over there and visit her and stuff like that. But it's a very homey show. Schitt's Creek has elements of that. It's very endearing. Like I always find myself crying at some point in the show. And so we've been watching like 3 or 4 episodes a night, and I looked at him last night, and it was when Alexis graduates from high school, and like she doesn't want anybody to come, but then she asks her mom, or says to her mom at the very end, she's like, if you want to come, you can come. And her mom's already like decided that she's gonna like sing in this jazzy girl sing, that's this choir that she's part of. And if you don't know, like, it's hard to explain this if you don't, like, really know the show. Like, there's, like, no emotional attachment between, like, the parents and the kids. But they, like, learn it over time. So it's about these people that are, like, super wealthy. And he owns Johnny Rose, who is Eugene Levy. He owns Rose Video. And they, like, their money is all stolen from them. So they have, like, nothing. And they're super, super wealthy. And their kids are David, who is played by Dan Levy, and his sister, Alexis. And so, she's, like, traveling around the world, social media person, all this kind of stuff, and he's like very artsy and fashion and all this kind of stuff. And then they end up in this small town because the only thing that they are left is Schitt's Creek, which is this town in the middle of nowhere that the dad, Johnny Rose, and his wife's name is Moira, who's played by Catherine O'Hara, and they're fantastic together. Alex is like, I wonder how they ever picked them to be together. And I was like, Alex, they've been in like Christopher Guest movies together for years. He was like, what? And I was like, Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara have been in like Christopher Guest movies for years. Like they were a couple together in the Dog Show movie, which I can just for show, or what's that movie called? Why can't I remember? I love that movie so much. I love the part where Parker Posey is like, she and her husband have the braces, and their dog, like they don't have the right toy, and the toy's supposed to be the bee, and he goes down and buys his toy, and she goes, that is not a bee. She says, that is a ladybug. It's not a bee, or whatever she says. I also love Parker Posey in The House of Yes, if you've ever seen that movie, which is not a great movie, but she is fantastic in it. And she's talking to Tori Spelling, and she's like brushing her hair, and she says something like, do you have a brush? And she says, I have a comb. And she goes, not a comb, I need a brush my hair with. My friends and I used to say that to each other all the time back in the day. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun picking out the movies for Peter's Movie Club. Like last night I narrowed this week's down to 4. Well, the problem is some of the movies that I picked are leaving soon. So I have it like narrowed down to like 4 movies that like are leaving soon that I have to pick. So I think this week might be a double feature. So we watched like 3 or 4 episodes of Schitt's Creek last night. We were on season 3. We finished season 3 and we started season 4. It's like when David and Patrick open the Rose Apothecary. So anyway, it's about this family. They're super rich. And they move to this town. And really what they learn is that like the simple life is better. But they don't really like, they learn it, but they don't ever really learn it. Kind of, they're like always learning it, you know? But there's really these super endearing moments, like in most episodes, that are really, really sweet. And the cast is unbelievable. And if you hear about how they like got the job, like the woman that plays, so Chris Elliott plays the mayor of the town, and he is absolutely hilarious. And his wife, Jocelyn, is hilarious too. And when I watch, like, there's a whole special about how they got cast for the show. And she was like filling out applications for like Home Depot or PetSmart or something like that. And then she got the call for the show. And she was like, I was like done with acting. Like, I didn't think I was ever going to get anything. And then to see her on the show, and she's so fantastic in the show, you know? And then Twyla is the person that owns the Tropical Cafe, which is like the local restaurant that they all go to every single day. And she's actually played by Dan Levy's sister. She's Sarah Levy plays her. So she's Eugene Levy's daughter. She's fantastic in it too. And they're all like in different shows now. It's kind of like a show that you wonder like how they're not going to get typecast in that show. And then the woman, or the woman, yeah, the girl that owns the hotel, they stay in this hotel. And so the hotel that they stay in is owned by this girl named Stevie. And she's fantastic. I love her. She's probably my favorite character of the whole show. And she and David become really good friends. And so it's very endearing. And so Alex and I, we've been watching like 3 or 4 episodes a night because we both love it. He actually introduced me to it. And it's so funny because I got Mel to watch it, and now Mel is like posting all these Schitt Creek memes and like GIFs on Instagram and stuff like that, which is so cute. I love it. I love Schitt Creek so much. It's just such a feel-good show. And like, if you're looking as a couple, if you're looking for a show, and even if you don't love comedies, if you're looking for a show as a couple and you have never watched Schitt Creek before, I would highly recommend it. It's such a good show to watch as a couple because there's so many sweet moments and stuff like that. And so we were like on the final episode, well, not the final episode, but we were like on the last episode that we were going to watch last night because I could tell Alex was getting tired and I was going to lay down for a little bit. And so I said, can we just keep on watching Schitt Creek forever? And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, like, every night, can we just watch like 3 episodes? And then when we finish the whole series, can we just like start it over again? He's like, from the beginning. And I was like, yeah, can we just do that for the rest of our lives? Just watch Schitt Creek. Like, whenever we don't have anything else to watch, can we just watch Schitt Creek and just keep on watching it for the rest of our lives? And be like, we're in Schitt Creek. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I love that idea. So we made this commitment that we're just going to watch Schitt Creek for the rest of our lives. It's really a sweet show. I love it. And every time I watch it, okay, whenever I know this is like probably TMI, but whatever. That Thorne vitamin that I call a multigrain vitamin, but it's just a multivitamin. That Thorne vitamin, which I have to tell you is like the first multivitamin. I mean, through the years, I've taken like Centrum, I've taken other stuff. It's like, and they always kind of make me feel a little weird. It's like the first one that I don't like feel really anyway whatsoever. But it gives me like a little bit of energy, and I don't even know that it's supposed to do that, but it doesn't give me energy like fake energy, like caffeine. It just makes me feel like I feel better taking that Thorne vitamin. It's more expensive. They have them for like, they have them for men, they have them for women. I don't know if they have them for, you know, whatever, but then they have them for like 50 over. And it was like ranked on all these lists as like the best multivitamin. I'm trying not to say multigrain vitamin because I always say that it's the best multivitamin for 50 and over, which is why I got it and I like it. But you're supposed to take like 4 to 6 a day, like, and so when I take them, like, they make me like belch a lot, like at first, like when I take them, like I just took them like an hour ago. I can like taste them in my mouth. They're not like a horrible taste. I mean, they taste like a vitamin, you know, but anyway, so, little TMI, but just in case you want to buy those vitamins, I was going to tell you that. I've never had a vitamin do that to me before. So, but you know, and trying to be healthier and whatever. My doctor was like, yeah, I've heard good things about those vitamins. So, I don't know. They are, like I said, they're expensive. I think they're like $49 for like a 30-day supply of them or something like that, which is expensive, but he's like walking to his car. He is like all business in his golf outfit. Well, he always changes his shoes and he puts on slides before he comes home, which I live for. He has like his white socks with slides, you know, like slides, like, you know, like the Gucci slides, the Adidas slides, like this. He like has those. I don't know what kind of slides he has, but he always has on like he'll either have his golf shorts and golf shirt on. But like today he has like a long white sleeve shirt with like a golf shirt over it and like long blue pants. And he has like this, like a baseball, like what's like a golf hat. And then he's got the white socks and then the slides on underneath it. I love that. This guy is so hilarious. When we went to dinner to their house, I mean, these stories that he was telling about how he was like, he'd been an exchange student in Germany and then went to Amsterdam, and he was telling us all these stories about like when he was in college and stuff like that. I love my neighbors so much, if you can't tell. So, okay, so we watched that last night, and then we laid down for a little bit. I had a really hard time, like, sleeping last night. I couldn't, like, when we laid down. I don't know if I told you guys this the other day, but... So Boo Radley takes, for his arthritis, gabapentin, and I'm going to get this one wrong. Carfutin, I think is what it's called, something like that. But he takes the gabapentin twice a day, like in the morning and at night, and it's like they make it into like a liquid, and so we just like put it in his mouth, like inject it into his mouth, and then, which is so easy, I will tell you, like, and he like goes like that a little bit, but like he's so used to it now, he's so good with it. I wish like through the years of like grinding up pills for Tucker and PP that like they always offered that to us. They're like, you know, you can like send it to like the apothecary or to the pharmacy or whatever, and you can have them like, you know, turn it into like a liquid for the dogs. It's easier that way, you know. And we were like, no, blah blah blah, whatever. And so now the vet, they do it there, and so we like we've had them do that, and so, and then there's like one other place that we like have been going to get it done that they call it into. It's so much easier. So we give Boo Radley like this little pill, but we give it to him for the Carfutin, but we give it to him in like a fourth of one of those a peanut butter pill pocket thing. He loves those pill pocket things. Like he thinks they're better than his treats. He'll eat those all day long. But with like Tucker and PP, they were hard with like giving medicine. Like sometimes they wouldn't eat their medicine. Like Boo Radley's pretty good with treats. So like if you put his medicine, like he'll eat it pretty well. But I wish we had known about the liquid thing with PP and Tucker back in the day, because that would have made it so much easier. But anyway, so at night, you guys know when I talk about like he does his laps and stuff like that, that's always after he gets his medicine. And so when we were at the vet the other day, Alex asked her, he said, is there something about the Carfutin or the gabapentin that would make Boo Radley like energetic, like when he like takes it? Because it's always like 20 minutes after that he like starts doing these laps and he jumps up, jumps down, walks upstairs, whatever, you know? And she's like, no, not necessarily. And she kind of told us some things about it. She's like, but what you could do is you could try giving him the because we were giving him the Carfutin at night, the Carfutin in the morning, and then and whatever, you know, just the gabapentin at night. The gabapentin in the morning plus the Carfutin and the gabapentin at night instead of vice versa. And so we started doing that. Well, now in the mornings he is like, he still does the laps at night. I don't know, I think it's just his way of like, Alex said, because I'll try to like pick him up and put him on the chair, and Alex is like, just like this is his thing that he does, just let him like do his laps, because he'll like literally walk around, he'll like walk, and then he'll like stop and look up at Alex, and then he'll like stop and look up at me, and then he like walks down to the front door into the bathroom, comes out, walks through the kitchen, comes down, then he like looks at Alex and like walks past me, and then he like looks up at me, and then he does it again. And if we try to grab him and put him up, he like runs. The only thing he'll do is after he's done it like 4 or 5 times, he like runs upstairs and runs back downstairs. So we think he wants us upstairs, like he wants us in bed. It's so cute. And so, but now he's like sleeping the better part of the morning, whereas before he was like getting me up. And so I think that's like the last 2 days I've had like a hard time getting up, because he's like not getting up, because like once he's like you know, Alex takes him outside and gives him the medicine, then he's asleep, because the Carfutin I think helps with that. And so this morning he didn't, like, the alarm went off, and I looked over, and he was just like laying there. He usually is like up, like when the alarm goes off, he's like, I'm ready to go outside. Well, he wasn't. He was just like laying there, and I snoozed it, and I looked over when it went off again, he was just like laying there. I mean, that time he was like, well, he had like moved, and he was like curled, and he was like looking at me like he didn't want to get up. And so like I just like slid the alarm. I thought I had like just snoozed it, and I guess I turned it off, and so I fell back asleep. So it's been a lazy day in the house of Monn today. But last night after I got up, I finished watching Fallout. Did I talk on the phone last night? I feel like I talked on the phone for a little bit last night. I finished watching Fallout, and, well, I want to save my review for my Peter Watches TV channel, so I'll do that tomorrow. I will say that, well, I'll save my full review for it. But, like, if you're wanting to watch it between now and then. I mean, yeah, I know there are going to be people that are like, oh, well, I played the video game and compare it to that. I didn't play the video game. I don't know anything about the video game. I thought it was a TV show. It was good. It got a lot better towards the end. The thing is, Okay, I don't love shows that rely on a second season. I like shows that kind of just wrap things up, and then if there's a second season, there's a second season. I don't like shows that rely on a second season. This show completely relies on a second season. There's no closure to it at the end. That's the only thing. And so I feel like I watched 8 episodes for what? To wait another year? You know what I mean? So I remember talking to my uncle about that, my Uncle Dave, back in the day, because he was like an avid TV and movie watcher, and we would talk about, like, towards the end of his life, like the last couple of years, he'd always watch like TV series. And I said something to him about, like, what are some of your favorite TV series? And he's like, I don't really watch that many TV series anymore. I'm like, mostly movies. And I said, why, Uncle Dave? And he goes, because I don't know that I'm going to be here for the next season to come out. And he's like, so I'm never going to find out what happens with the show. That's kind of how I felt when I was like done watching it. I was like, so now we have to wait like a year or two for the next part of this to come out. So anyway, but it was still good. I mean, you can see what's going to happen in the next season when you finish watching it. But then when I got done with that, I was like, it was still kind of early, and I was like, I mean, I didn't go to bed. I mean, I went to bed late, but I didn't go to bed super late. And so I was like, okay, what am I going to watch? And I was going through all my series and looking at trailers and whatever. And I was doing laundry, folding laundry and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, I was going to save, last week with Welcome Home Roxy Carmichael, I watched it last weekend. Oh, that was when I started looking through the movies for this week to pick. And so, I think I watched it like Saturday or Sunday of last week. And so I was like, I want to Wait Until Dark this weekend. But then it was getting late last night. I was like, do I really want to start a movie now? And so I was like, I wanted to watch it this weekend. It's cold outside. It's kind of that. And so I watched Wait Until Dark last night. There was a lot, like, I remembered the whole premise about it, but I didn't remember how it ended at all. And I knew kind of like a little bit about it, and it was funny because, like, as I was watching it, there were certain parts that, like, I could remember my mom saying stuff about it. My mom loved Audrey Hepburn. Well, one of the things that I didn't know when I was, like, looking, I, like, always read, like, the credits when they're at the beginning, you know, that Henry Mancini did all the music for Wait Until Dark, and Henry Mancini did all the music for Breakfast at Tiffany's as well with Audrey Hepburn. And so I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And, like, the theme song to it is real eerie. It's called Wait Until Dark. I didn't know that. But I found that out yesterday because it said Wait Until Dark, theme, whatever, written by Henry Mancini. So anyway, it was good. It was kind of like a movie ahead of its time for back then, honestly. And the little girl Gloria that's in it, that's kind of like a pivotal part of the movie. I remember not liking her when I watched it originally, because you're kind of like made to not like her for certain reasons, which is still true, like when I watch it this time, but you like her more. Like, I forgot, like, it's really a good thriller, and I kind of forgot, like, what a good thriller it was. Plus, it was, like, later in Audrey Hepburn's career. I also didn't realize that. I thought she was, like, real young when she made it, but I think she was, like, it was, like, later in her career. I think it came out in 67 or 68 or something like that. But it was good. It was really good. It reminded me a lot of, like, my mom and I, like, and some of her friends, like, you know, or just she and I, when we would watch, like, Hitchcock movies and stuff. It has, like, a very Hitchcock feel to it. And so, yeah, I loved it. It was fun. I got a lot of messages about it of people watching it and stuff like that, which made the camera stopped while I was getting in my deep explanation about movies. So I'm trying to pick, like, the perfect movie for each week. What time is it? I can't go over. I've got to start getting ready here in a little bit. Okay. I'm trying to pick, like, the perfect movie for every week, you know? I don't know where the landscapers went. Like, they were, like, blowing stuff up a storm, and then it's just all of a sudden quiet. I shouldn't have said that, because all of a sudden they're going to start driving down the street. But, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I don't want to pick, like, 3 classics in a row, and I don't want to pick, like, 3, like, B-list movies in a row, or, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm trying to kind of, like, you know, whatever. And I'm also at the same time saving certain movies for, like, Halloween, or, like, September and October when it's, like, fall and scarier movies. But, like, one of the movies that I was saving is, like, there's 4 movies. There's like 100 movies that are leaving soon, and I don't know when they're leaving. And there's 4 movies on there that are leaving. 4 of my movies I picked from my 56 that I have left are leaving soon. So I was like, okay, well, I have to pick them in the next couple weeks. Like, they have to be my next picks, because I don't know if they're going to be gone, right? And so, two of them kind of go together a little bit. Not really, but kind of. When I do I think I'm going to do a double feature this week. And so when I explain it, it'll make sense. But they go together, but not really. So anyway, so yeah, but I'm like trying to figure out, like, if it wasn't for that, then I would pick a completely different movie. And I think I know so then I know what, if those movies don't leave this week, then I think I know what movie I'm going to pick for the following week and the following week. Because then it'll be the two that are remaining. Which are, I mean, they're both, the thing about it that's so fun is the majority of these movies I have not seen in years. Like literally 20, 30 years, most of them. And all of them remind me of specific periods in my life. That, like, okay, like the movie that I'm picking for, one of the movies I'm picking for this week, like, I can remember, like, being in the movie theater seeing it. And, well, both of them I can remember being in the movie theater seeing it. But the one of them I can, like, specifically remember, like, who I went with, where we were sitting, what movie theater it was. And I can remember things that happened in the movie. And that movie also, like, a lot of, like, catchphrases from that movie were, like, catchphrases friends of mine used for years and years and years. And so, it's interesting, like, looking at these movies and looking at this list. Because there were a lot of movies on Tubi that I went through, and I just was like, oh yeah, like, I liked that movie, but no, it didn't really have any kind of, like, profound effect on me, or didn't, like, I think that's what it is that a lot of these movies signify for me, like, an era of my life, or, like, a particular time, and you know, in my life. And so, that, just, like, I remember that, you know? Like, Wait Until Dark is definitely, like, when I was, like, a kid, like, with my mom, like, watching those kind of movies and stuff like that. Oh, she keeps on walking around with her baby. She's getting her walk in today. So, yeah. And speaking of damsel, so Tia messaged me last night. She left me a really cute message. So, hey, Tia, how are you? And I told her that the next time that Alex and I watch movies, because he does want to see it, because she was like, it's not really a fairy tale movie, and then somebody commented and said it's more about women's empowerment, and so I'm going to watch the movie. So I said something to Alex about it. So the next time that Alex and I watch movies, like we do a movie night, since he wants to see it, we're going to watch that the next time that we watch a movie. So that will be when I watch it. So yeah, oh, I know who I talked to yesterday. I talked to Mel for like an hour and a half on the phone. We talked yesterday, and at the end of it, like, got ready for the live stream next Sunday, and we just, like, caught up and stuff like that. I talked to Mel forever on the phone. Well, I talked to Nikki late last night on the phone. I feel like I talked to a bunch of people yesterday. So yeah, and I was totally joking about the blocking Tia. I think everybody knew that I was joking about that. I would never block Tia. I mean, do we even need to get in that conversation about how hard it is, like, to block me? Somebody can say, like, the most vile thing to me, like, 5 times in a row on a video, and then, like, tweet it to me and all this kind of stuff. And I'm, like, in my head, I'm like, but they might change, like, they might, like, you know, they might, like, want to wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what, I just want to be, like, a nicer person, or I see Peter in a different way, or whatever. Like, that's really how I think. Like, I have such a hard time blocking people. I really, really do. I know I need to get over that. I just need to block people, but, you know, it's like, or, like, if somebody, like, leaves, like, that's why I go back and I look at, like, the comments that they've left before, because if somebody leaves kind of, like, a snarky comment, you know, or whatever, I'm like, well, maybe they're just having, like, a bad day, or maybe they meant it sarcastically. Maybe I'm reading into it, you know? Trust me, most people that I know that are social media people, YouTubers, stuff like that, they block with quickness. I mean, whenever I have this conversation with people that, like, do what I do, like, they're like they'll be like, Peter, I literally block and I don't even think twice about it. I never think of that person again. That's probably the problem, you know, is that, I mean, like, I always try to see the goodness in people, right? Like, that's why is it me, you know? Like, I don't understand it. So, anyway. There's a lot of people out there that do exactly what I do. Go give them some hell for a while, you know? Anyway, I will say this hadn't happened to me in a while, but somebody sent me something I will not even respond to it if you send it to me. I mean, even in a nice way, and say, like, oh, hey, I wanted you to know this. Like, don't send it to me. I've asked, don't send it to me. I don't want it sent to me. And it was really the first time that I actually did think about blocking somebody, because I like looked through and they had actually sent stuff to me several times. I was like, this is either somebody that's really super protective of me, or they're really wanting to make me like aware that this stuff is being said. And either way, I've asked on multiple channels not to send me stuff. It's been very nice the last month. I mean, you know, like out of sight, out of mind, and not looking at it, and not last 2 months, I guess, and not really thinking about it and stuff like that. So don't be bringing that attention to me unless it's something that you think I absolutely need to see and need to address. Like if it's like that scathing, or you know, whatever, horrible that you think I need to address it, then send it to me. But other than that, like if it's just somebody's opinion about me, I don't care. I don't, you know, need to know all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Okay, so I watched that last night, waited until dark, and then I was like looking through for something else to watch, because it was still like, it was late, but it wasn't that late. And then I went to bed, and then yeah, got up today, and then fell back asleep. So I had all these videos I was gonna make, but I guess I'll start my week tomorrow. So, start my week tomorrow. Oh look, he changed outfits. Where's he going now? He's got like a, what do you call those on? Tracksuit. Those things that, I was like, what are those things that Jeffree Star wears? Tracksuits, but it's not like, you know, a Juicy Couture. Look at you all change. Where are you going?
Going to Ron College tennis, man.
You look like you were golfing earlier.
I was.
Oh, how was it?
I didn't play too well.
Didn't play too well today?
No. Last week.
Well, you look nice. You look nice. I love that you change into your slides before you come home. Your slides.
You always have to do that.
You have to do that, right? Well, have fun. He's going to some tennis match tonight for his friend that coaches this high school team. My neighbors are so sweet. So my neighbor that lives next to them, that's part of the pool crew, and she's so funny. And like, so her and her husband just started walking, and so they walk at night now. So I was on the phone last night. This was when I was talking to Mel, and I was talking on the phone, and she thought I was like recording. And I don't know why, but so when she walks by, she did this to me at the pool last year too. So, because she's like, well, that's what you do when you're talking, like when you're filming your videos. And I go, what do I do? And she's like, you do all this kind of stuff. You talk with your hands a lot. And she's laughing, and she's like, I love it. She's like, and she's like, but it's so funny because like when you see you, it's like if you're walking by and you just see you on a porch, you're just like talking like this. So when she walked by and I was talking on the phone yesterday, I was literally talking like this, right? I had the, you know, my phone was like this, and I'm just like this. And she walks by with her and her husband, and she's like, she does this. This is what she does to imitate me. That has absolutely nothing to do. It's like Vogue, right? But she doesn't. And then I said, I am not even, she started laughing. She thought it was so funny. She's like living for it. So anyway. It's so funny when people ask me, like in the neighborhood, they're like, okay, so what do you film videos about? And I'm like, well, a lot of different things. And they're like, okay, like, so when you're just sitting there and you're talking to the camera, I was like, well, that's my vlog. And I just like, you know, like talk and tell people like what's going on with my life, and, you know, things about like, you know, like I'll say like, you know, like talking about grief, or, you know, stories from my childhood. And they're like, and people watch that? I'm like, they do. Isn't that nice? And they're like, that is really nice. I'm like, I know. And they're like, and like my friends like get a kick out of it too. Like my friends do not, like they do not understand it at all. And it's so funny because I very rarely ever does anybody ever come up to me in public and like say hi, and like I watch your videos and stuff like that. But like when we're with Melissa and Jason, it always happens. It didn't the other night, and Jason always gets such a kick out of it. He like loves it so much. He gets such a kick out of it. He always asks him, he's like, now which channel of Peter's do you watch? And then they always say something like his Peterisms channel, and Jason's like, he has no clue about what that means. And so he's like, oh, here he comes, blowing the street again. Because of course we got to have a clean street. Oh, there's my one neighbor that lives in the house with a metal roof, and I didn't see her walk by. She must have walked a different way. It's a beautiful day outside. So after I get done vlogging, I'm gonna take a shower and put on some kind of cute outfit. Is he coming back down here again? Why do we need to come back down here and blow the same driveways that we just blew? Take a shower, put on some kind of cute outfit to see my husband in marriage counseling. I'm gonna try to get there a little bit early tonight because apparently, like, a block over from his office, last time that we were there, he had some, like, coffee cup. And I was like, where did you get that coffee? It was like a cool cup. And he was like, oh, they just put it in a new coffee shop. So I was gonna try to go to this new coffee shop. So yeah, that's it. And then tomorrow, Alex is doing dinner with 2 of his girlfriends tomorrow, early, like 5:30. So I will have a little bit longer to film videos tomorrow. And so my plan is to get up and then start filming. And I'd like to film videos on, at minimum, 4 channels. I'll definitely do a drama channel video. I'm going to do my review of Fallout, do a haul on my Peter Does Stuff channel. I'll probably do a Peterisms video because that'll be real easy. And then, because I just love reading the meditations and stuff. And then the vlog. So I'll at least do 5 videos. I don't know what that was. Squid. I'll at least do 5 videos tomorrow. And then, if I have more time than that, then I will also do the BookTube video. I might do the bookish Q&A tomorrow. That would be fun to do tomorrow. And then, what other channels that leave? Oh, my review. Yeah, I might film some. It depends. If I get started on my videos at like 4 o'clock, that won't happen. Hold on, he's driving down the street. If I start my videos at 4 o'clock, that won't happen. If I get up and I'm like, got the house clean and got Boo Riley settled, and I start filming at like 1:30, then I can get all that done tomorrow. So yeah. Good day tomorrow. And then Wednesday is Cousin Fun Day. And then Thursday I have therapy again. And then, because he had to cancel, well, he didn't have to cancel, he was running late last week, and so we rescheduled the session for this week. And then, yeah, good week, good video making week. Okay, let's go in here. There was a couple comments I wanted to, like, address on here. You guys are, like, loving the longer vlogs. I have to tell you, like, when I look at the watch time, it, like, cracks me up. It was so funny because I said something about the watch time on my video. Like, okay, so my video yesterday was, let me see how long it was. Will it show me on this? Hold on a second. Why is it being so weird with buffering? Hold on, let me go back out and do this. Okay. So my video from yesterday was long. It was 1 hour and 36 minutes, and my average watch time is 57 minutes. Like, that's long. Like, that's really, really long, okay, for watch time, which is crazy to me, right? Which means there are people that click on it and then they don't watch it, or they, like, click on it and they stop it and they come back the next day. That doesn't, like, so it only, like, if you do, like, 10 minutes of it, that counts for, like, a 10-minute watch time. So the fact that the average is 57 minutes is, like, crazy to me. But somebody said, I loved this, they said, who watches a video? My neighbor just came out across the street, so I need to talk to her. Somebody said, who starts watching a video and doesn't watch it all the way through, which I absolutely loved. Okay, let me go talk to her really quick, and then I will, hey, are you going to be out there for a second?
For just a little bit.
Okay, hold on, let me come over. I will be back in just a second to finish the vlog. Okay, I'm back, and I've given her the update, and I have just a little bit longer to vlog before I have to go upstairs and take a shower and get ready. And I was telling her what they said and all that kind of stuff, and she was happy that she found out. What's funny about it, she said to me, she goes, well, it's really not even my yard, it's their yard, because it is, it's their yard. And she goes, I said, but you're the one that has to look at it every day, because it's right next to your garden. And she goes, well, this is true. She was like, but it's really their yard. And I go, I know. And she said, but I feel bad for everybody involved. And I said, I feel bad for everybody involved, too. And so then we were looking at his hostas. He was just watering. And I go, his hostas aren't really growing that big. And she said, well, there's different kinds of hostas. They look exactly like my hostas, but they're just small. And I go, she says, well, there's different kinds of hostas. And I said, yeah, his are small and mine are big. And she started laughing. So you and I did. Because you know I write songs, right? Because I'm a songwriter. I'm a singer-songwriter like Taylor Swift. You can call me the next Taylor Swift. So this was my Taylor Swifty song. My hostas bring all the plants to the yard. And then that's going to be my theme song for the summer. I'm gonna be the Taylor Swift of the neighborhood. I'm gonna get me some Swifties. I'm gonna have my vlog online cult, and then I'm not even gonna run for HOA president. I'm just gonna sing here and write songs about the HOA and the neighborhood, and then they'll be real relatable. And then we'll make like friendship bracelets at the pool and stuff like that. And then I'll be like the Taylor Swift of the neighborhood. And then all my neighbors will be Swifties. I'll have, like, I'm a 2-for-1, right? I'll have, like, a cult. I'll have 2 cults. I'll have my online vlog cult, and then I'll have my neighborhood cult. All the Swifties are so offended. They're like, are you calling Swifties in a cult? No, not at all. Listen to who you want to listen to. Listen to the music that makes you happy. I will say what's interesting to me, though, is that, like, fans are fighting online about the meaning of her lyrics. Like, I mean, the album hasn't even been out for a week yet. And, like, somebody will say, like, I'm so confused about this lyric. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I saw this on Twitter. And, like, somebody will reshare it and go, you're such an idiot. Don't you know that, like, in 1998, was she even alive then? I don't know. Well, let's just say, in 2012, Taylor Swift went to the dentist on, I mean, it's literally kind of a little bit crazy. Like, dare if I say this, they will eat this up. They'll be like, oh my God, we're being compared to Swifties. And you know, that'll be a whole video and all this kind of stuff. Oh, here's my friend that walks on this. He hasn't walked down here for a while. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. He like does one of these over there and is talking to her, and then he's like over here talking to me. But anyway, what was I saying about the Swifties? Oh, but they're like fighting online about like, you are so dumb. Don't you know that, you know, on April 2nd of 2012 or 2014, she went to the dentist and she still had a baby tooth. And that's why she wrote the song Baby Tooth. And somebody else is like, that's not true. The song is about how she lost her first baby tooth and her mom gave her a quarter and she, you know, and she saved that quarter and that was the first quarter that made her $1 million. And then somebody else is like, that's not why she wrote the song Baby. There's no song called Baby Tooth. If there's a Taylor Swift song called Baby Tooth, I swear to God, I had no clue, right? She should write a song called Baby Tooth. But like all these Swifties are like fighting about the lyrics online. And I'm like, can you just be happy that your favorite artist just released another album, a double album at that? Like, can you just be happy about that? She just released an album like 1.5 years ago and she went on tour and everybody had to go on tour. That chick is a money-making machine. Can we just talk about that for a second? I know that people are like, oh my God, she does it for her fans. She does. I mean, I've had like Melissa and Jason went to her show. They're going to another one of her shows here in like a month. Aaron and Eric and her cousin, they're going to one of her shows here in like a month and all this kind of stuff. And they all love her and all this kind of stuff. Oh my God, I didn't even tell you guys this the other day. I texted Emily Baker about this because you know Emily Baker loves Dave Matthews. So Aaron, did I talk about this on my vlog? Aaron, I think maybe I did. Aaron has gone to like 300 Dave shows. I did talk about this on my vlog the other day because her cake was a picture of her and Dave together. And when the cake came out, there was like 2 servers, and the one server loved Dave Matthews too, but the other server like didn't have any clue. And Aaron was like, oh my God, that's such a cute picture of me and my husband. He couldn't be here today. And the girl was like, I thought that was your husband, because Eric was sitting across from me. She's like, no, this is my husband, Dave Matthews. And the girl she got it then, and she started laughing. But anyway, but then the other server, she like loved Dave Matthews, so she was like asking like Aaron her favorite shows and stuff like that. So I like sent a picture of the cake to Emily Baker because she loves Dave Matthews too. So yeah, so I'm gonna be Taylor Swift in the neighborhood. I'm gonna write relatable lyrics about hostas and your neighbors and the HOA. HOA, why you get me like that? You charge me a bunch of fees, and all I want to do is be at the pool, please. It's Taylor Swift! From now on, I want to be referred to as PTS. From now on, I want to be referred to as Peter Taylor Swift. What was that guy that was in those TV shows? He had 3 names. That was in that show with the guy that looked over, the neighbor that looked over the fence, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Do you guys remember? What happened to him? What happened to all these people that were so famous back in the day that were in like a Tiger Beat and Teen Beat? Do you remember those magazines from when we were growing up as kids? Do you remember those? River Phoenix was in all of those. I did a whole video about that Phoenix family. Talking about cults, they were in a cult. And then, like, I did that video, and all these people commented and were like, did you not know there's, like, 4 documentaries about this? Those are on my list to watch, by the way, of all of that. But now that I'm PTS, Peter Taylor Swift. Now that I'm PTS, I have too much to do, you know, and stuff like that. I actually saw this thing. I mean, I've always loved Taylor Swift style, but it was this, like, I think it was this fashion Instagram account called Heist Noviety that I follow, and they, like, put this, like, montage of, like, all of her best outfits from, like, 2024 so far. I love her style. I will say that about Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift. I like her music. I think her music is really, really relatable. Like, I will tell you what I had the whole, hold on a second. I was just listening to Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent by Gwen Guthrie. But let's hear albums, Midnights. Let's pull this up. I will tell you what my favorite song is. Something about You're on Your Own, Kid. Is that what it's called? Why is it not pulling that Midnights? Let's just look up artist, Taylor Swift. People are like, Peter, you don't know Taylor Swift. Let me show you how many albums of Taylor Swift's I have actually in my iTunes. Because I buy the albums. Okay. Look, I have all these albums of Taylor Swift's in here. I mean, I'm not really a Swiftie, but I kind of am. Okay, I love the song All Too Well on the Red album. That's like one of my favorites. And then on Midnights, I don't have the 3 a.m. I think, or did I buy it and I never listened to it? No, I don't have the 3 a.m. I also love This Is Me Trying on Folklore. That's one of my favorite songs. And old songs of hers, I love, hold on a second, Ours, which is on the Speak Now album. I like that song. That's like her country music album. Oh, Reputation Era. I have that album. Okay, I've got all these albums. But on her Midnights album, my favorite songs are You're on Your Own, Kid is absolutely my favorite. And then I like Sweet Nothing, Mastermind, and I like Anti-Hero. Those are probably my favorite ones. But my favorite one is You're on Your Own, Kid and Mastermind. I think those are my two favorite from that. Does she pay extra to have that flame go like that? Just keeps on going like that. I love that. Anyway, I was going to read some comments, and there was something I wanted to respond to in the vlog comments. Now I don't remember what it was. Fallout sounds like Silo. I mean, like, a lot. Fallout is kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy version of Silo. Like, Silo is very serious. Fallout is funny. It's like comic book funny. So, but it is similar to Silo, except the majority of it takes place, like, outside. Like, it takes place, like, on the Earth, not, like, in the vault. Marissa said, finally had some time to catch up on the vlogs, have a sinus infection. It's miserable. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Hope you feel better. I started my own garden today. Got flowers and vegetables and herbs growing from the seeds, so it's taking a while, but I'm so excited about it. Oh my God, congratulations. Oh my God, so many people commented that I should just, like, have people, like, pick a date and a time every week, and then, like, well, I'm just kind of summarizing what a lot of people said, kind of different things, and then have everybody just bring a different book, and then whoever shows up does, and we can talk about whatever book. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Then we don't have to pick a book that we all read together. We can just, like, you know, be like, this is what I'm reading this week. I love that. And then we can also, like, share those books with each other. Well, I mean, I listen to Audible, but I have a lot of books that I bought this summer, and then for the summer. But we can, like, share ideas of what we like with other people. I think that's such a great idea. I love that. Okay. And then people are giving me a lot of ideas for, like, landscape fabric, and I appreciate that. I can't, your name, Illume something. So it's lovely and very spiritual that you make videos for people full of positive energy, inspiration, and community. Drop it in the water effect. Positive energy for so many. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Somebody said in here that they live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is where my dad is from and his whole family is from. I just want to say that. You said you moved from, I think, like Houston or Dallas to Fort Wayne, and that people weren't as friendly in Fort Wayne, which is so funny to me because I always think of Fort Wayne as being, like, super friendly, and everybody's like, well, I would go up there and stay with my aunt and uncle that were farmers. But that cracks me up that you said that you live in Fort Wayne, because a couple people that watch my videos are from Fort Wayne, which is where my dad, like, my whole dad's side of the family still lives in Fort Wayne. Well, there's not many of them left anymore, but, Anna said, I was laughing so hard with the cult imagery story. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We're all gonna be living in a warehouse till the end of times. Tamara said, okay, what? I want to know what the symbol for the cult will be. Well, Boo Radley's face, of course. He's the mascot. She said, please say it's a Beast fan. No, it's Boo Radley's little sweet face. Why wouldn't it be? Okay, JoJo said, I started watching Fallout, and I don't usually like those types of movies, but I'm kind of enjoying the show. My roommate has played all the Fallout games, so she was giving me more insight in the games movie. So this season is based in California, but it's a whole new storyline that's not in the game. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, this is where somebody, okay, so Amber said, my friend has a book club that everyone brings their own book. They read whatever they want. There's no assigned reading, but in the book club, meaning you each get 3 to 5 minutes to talk about the book you read, and then you can swap the book with someone. I love that idea. I think that is such a cool idea. And somebody said, that's super fun. I love that idea. There was like one comment that I wanted to read. Where is it? Somebody said, I am crying laughing over blocking Tia. You are the moment, or Peter's moment. I know, you know what they'll say. Oh, Peter's blocking his biggest fans now on YouTube. People that watch his videos for years and years and years. Yeah, Tia and I were talking in DMs last night, laughing about it. I don't think Tia could do anything that would ever get her blocked. I don't think most of you could, honestly. Like I said, it's so hard to get blocked. You get a block, and you get a block, and you get a block. I should just block everybody, and then nobody can watch my videos anymore. Then I can just be a full-time master gardener. I'm gonna be a full-time master gardener like you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you're on your way.
I'm on my way with my hostas.
Yep.
I'm gonna start a landscaping company.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna call it I Am the Moment Landscaping. She won't get it. It's alright. Where is the comment that I wanted to read? It was so fun. Somebody said something about watching Pretty in Pink 2 nights ago. Love it so much. I love Pretty in Pink. Kayla said this second half of the video was the best. I love this mood you're in. I love it. Thank you, Kayla. Stacy said something about... Oh, I think this is what it was. I don't know. I don't see her comment now. It's probably too far down. But Stacy said something about... She was gonna leave me a DM, but she thinks maybe she's like on the unread part, or like where I'm not like reading this. Okay, so I switched my DMs on my Instagram over where like, because I showed it in a video not too long ago. I think that's what she's referencing, where I said these are the ones that like I like never read. These are people I have interacted with, because that's like it separates them on Instagram. I changed my settings on Instagram so like every new request or any new DM that I get, they all come through now. So I don't know where, Stacy, you sent it to me, because I looked on Instagram, I didn't see it. I looked on Twitter, I didn't see it, and I never checked Facebook, so just so you know. And I haven't been on Snapchat in years. So I don't know where you're saying that you're sending this to. Christina said, I want to be in Peter's cult. You are! Christina, you're the first member. Everybody's like, no, I want to be the first member. What should we put? What should the symbol, what should the emoji be for the cult? I mean, a blue heart, right? Should I come up with a new emoji? Let me look at the emojis here. Let me pull up the emojis. Let's do the dancing guy. If you want to be in Peter's cult, put the dancing emoji in the comment section below. Okay, I'm getting off here now because I've got to get this vlog going so that I can get ready and take a shower. It's currently 4:28, so yeah, so okay, got a little bit of a vlog done, gonna get ready in a good mood, and then tomorrow, video. See, I'm the dancing guy. I'm the cult leader. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. And you guys are the granny panties. That's what they're called, the granny panties. Peter, Dancing Peter and the granny panties. We're the moment. Peter and the Granny Panties, we are the moment. Anyway, welcome to our cult. I love you guys so much. I hope that you're having a magically amazing Monday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Don't ever forget, always be the moment. That is from Kenya Moore, but we're stealing it from her. And that will be the motto of, oh my God, the battery just started flashing, which means it's dead. That will be the motto of Peter Monn and the Granny Panties, the ultimate cult. Always be the moment. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.